when 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 you don't want to leave, when you don't want to leave, when that person will do things, they'll make you very angry, they'll make you upset, they'll make you want to pull your hair out, pull their hair out, kill them, bury them under the cellar, bury them in the garden.
Yeah.
But you won't want to leave. They'll make you scream, they'll make you shout, they'll make you cry, because you love them that much. But you won't want to leave. You won't want to be without them. You can't imagine life without them. You want to stay in their presence all the time. No matter how upset they make you, no matter how angry they make you, you don't even think about leaving. You don't think about not being in their presence. That's what I think love is. I think love is always wanting to be that always wanting that person to be around. Accepting that person for who they are. Like really, like not trying to change them, not trying to change. Oh, they'll change. They'll change. I hope they change because I like them. Otherwise, like not wanting to change them, liking them just the way they are, accepting them, even if you don't like everything that they are, you accept it because you love them. But coming back to what I think most of all is, nothing could happen that would make you want to leave. They could do the worst things. That's love to me. Some people could look at it a different way. Some people could define it a different way. Say there's different reasons why you might not want to leave, whatever. But I think love is when you can't imagine yourself without that person. You can't imagine your life without that person. No matter what negatives happen or come from things they may do or say, that's a love. Even if you do leave that person, you realize you can't live without them, so you go back. And it stays like that. Because the love, whoever that connection is, even if you do leave, even if you do leave them, you realize there's something missing in your life and you have to be with them. Aside from violence, aside from, spousal abuse, that's, I think if you're getting beaten up by your partner, I think you definitely should leave. I make it clear, it doesn't pertain to, it doesn't include being beaten by your partner.
No.
If your partner's beating you, you leave.
You have to leave.
You leave, and don't consider it love.
No.
Go. Other circumstances where your life is not threatened, and it feels like love, stick around. It could well be love. I think a lot of people get married in a formal setting of getting married, wedding dress, church. That's not where the marriage starts. The marriage should start way before that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people call that the marrying. No, that's the marriage. Someone said to me once, they believe in marriage because it's your announcement, making it public, an announcement to everybody on the day. That's what the ceremony is. You're announcing to everybody that this is the commitment you've made, and because you've made that commitment to everybody, now you have to keep it, because you've made it public. You've made a show. This is what I'm going to do. This is my vow. I'm going to do this, and you have to hold me accountable. Because I've told you all now, so I've got to do this, because I've told them that I'm getting married till death do us part. I'm going to stay with this person, and they told me that's why they think the marriage is important, and I get that, and there could be something to that, but I really don't believe that's where it starts. You know what I mean?
No.
I think it's about the marriage, the marrying, or the reason why you step into that ceremony and have the wedding and stuff. I believe it should start way before that. The marriage, the marrying of those people. I think that should be the end thing. That should happen before the ceremony. The becoming one.
Yeah.
I believe it should happen way before you tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a show,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna last long. I think I've seen enough broken marriages and stories I've heard of broken marriages that far outweigh the successful marriages enough to make me never want to get married. I always hold the thought that I will meet someone that I feel will make me feel that none of that matters, that makes me forget all of that I've seen, and I get married. But I can definitely say I've seen more, and close to me too. I mean, I don't mean stories of people I don't even know. I mean real life situations around me. It's enough to make a person not want to ever consider getting married. And I'm sure I'm obviously not the only one. You have more of a positive,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Very positive.
But somebody who hasn't seen anyone in their family married for that length of time, do you say 50 years? 56 years? Someone who doesn't have that representation around them, who hasn't seen that, is not going to have the same outlook on marriage as you have. That's interesting.